Hello. I could not believe it, but that time has arrived. Hourglass has released customizable palettes. Let's build a palette together. It's the first time they proposed that and is revolutionary because until now we have bought pre-made palettes where the customization at most was just the cover when it came to the holiday palettes. But now it's a total different story. So Hourglass has recently released these quads. I already showed you in a previous video that the size of the pans in the trio is bigger compared to the 6-pan, the holiday 6-pan palettes. And the size of the quad should be the same of these ones. So it's just that instead of 6 pans, you have just 4, but this would be the size. Another characteristic is that this packaging is not metal like the holiday palette, but is plastic like the trio. The difference is that in this case, this palette feels luxury, but is more lightweight compared to this one. For me, is an advantage. I'm traveling next weekend and I'm gonna bring with me this palette because of the weight. So for me, being lightweight means that the palette is more travel friendly. Let's see the options here. Let me enlarge the picture so that we can build the palette. I will show you my criteria and my reasoning behind building my perfect palette. And if you know me, you know what is my holy grail. So you know that I don't like a variety of powders, but I like to stick with 2 of the same type of powder. So 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, because I think that the size of the single pan is a bit too small. And for me, it's more practical to be free to use larger size brushes. That means that having a variety of colors, like in this case, is less ideal for me, at least for me. So I don't care for the curated palette because they are always the same. We have anyway 5 curated palettes. My favorite is this one, the Dawn one that has a dim light, I think. Let me see the detail of the Dawn at least. Yes, is dim light, that is this one at the top left. And then we have mood exposure that I decluttered in the past, but it's a nice blush. It's just that I would use this mood exposure more as contour, like draping, but not on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm more for lighter colors. And then we have this one that is fantastic, that is the Opal Strobe Light, that was already included in last year Jellyfish palette, Holidays 2023, the Barney's palette volume 2 that unfortunately missed, and is reproposed here. Is a very successful highlighter, kind of rose gold but light, so it's a great one. This is one that I have in my wish list. And then we have this Lunar Bronze that I believe is, let me check. No, this is natural bronze. Guys, Lunar Bronze is even more orange than this one. That is the bronzer that is present in this palette. It is the Evil's Eye palette that I customized last holidays in this packaging. But is the content, the color story is the Evil's Eye one. And the bronzer here was the coolest of all the holiday palettes, but still on my eyes and also my face, this pulls orange on me, despite what looks in the pan. And therefore, this Lunar Bronze, I had it in the past. Maybe it was in the Elephant palette, but I had it, I decluttered it. It was too warm. So, and is also described as matte warm bronze. So it's not for me. There's always a pan that I don't like. And to be honest, also this palette has some faults. This turns out orange on me, so it's not my perfect one. I much prefer the bronzer that is here, and I compare them in another video, the video that is about this Sublime Edit palette. You can refer to that video. I was saying that this is not my favorite because of this, because this is, again, it's nice, but too warm for me. This I don't care for. These two are quite similar. So all in all, is a duo. I like this a lot. But all the other shades, this I have it in this other palette, so at this point is a repeat. So I was considering to even declutter this palette. The only reason why I'm not doing that is because I love the packaging so much that I would like to keep it. So let's see what happens. I may decide to rearrange the pans. I need to decide first, but just to say that when you buy a pre-made color story, chances are that not all the pans will be suitable for you, or you will like all of them in the same way. But with the customizable option that finally is here, you can for sure arrange the color story that you would like. So these are all the pans. Let's see what they propose. So the ambient light, the finishing powders, they propose the diffuse light. That is the yellow one. This is a yellow powder, but I could see, at least in the single that I picked 10 years ago, it was glittery, a bit glittery, and I didn't like that. Now I'm 10 years older. Chances are that I can't see. I don't have sharp eyes like I had in the past, but I decluttered this diffused light. I now have it. And I don't care for the glitters. I have it in my Holy Grail palette, that is the customized butterfly palette from years ago. That is my Holy Grail Hourglass palette. And it's something that I made myself by depotting hourglass and rearranging. But now it's not necessary, apparently. So this is the yellow powder. As I said, if you have good eyes, you can detect some glitters. It's not a case for dim light. This is perfection, a bit dark for me to be used as finishing powder. Then we have soft light that I have also in this palette, is a yellow powder, muted yellow. I can make it work. And finally, we have transcendent light. I'm not sure if it was in the Tiger palette that I used to have. There's a favorite here that is dim light, perfect as a bronzer, as a winter bronzer. My favorite one is ethereal light, that unfortunately is not among these options. Yeah, I may add to the palette dim light. I already have 2 of this, so maybe it's too redundant at this point. Blushes. Okay, my favorite blushes. I'm very tempted to buy 2 single blushes, but I think I will just wait for more options to become available in the future. Who knows what Hourglass has planned for the holidays. Because my favorite blushes that I would have liked to add to this, let's say, ideal palette would have been this one, Ethereal Glow. This would be my perfect light pink flush. That is a nude pink, a bit muted. This is perfection for my skin. And the peachier, warmer version is dim infusion. So these are the 2 blushes that I would have liked to add in my ideal customized palette. But unfortunately, they are not in this array of options. And therefore you can choose at night or a burnished glow. For me it's too orange. I like this one. I would add an iridescent coral, and I checked before because it can be similar to this one that is called Vibrant Coral. So how many corals should I need? And I think I'm fine with this one. So yeah, to be honest, I can remove it. The other options are Mood Exposure. I already talked about it. Sublime Flush is something that I have already here in this trio, and is a lovely blush. It has some lilac. Lightning comes from here, therefore it's not ideal, but you can refer to my previous video about it. It's a very nice blush. But I have it already, so no reason to add it. And then there's Sunset Glow to Warm. Lucid Glow to Warm is also written, Warm Coral. This one, Mood Flush, Mid-Tone Rose, this would be tempting. This I think is nice, at least from the picture, but I know Hourglass, I know that powders tend to be warmer than they look on these filtered pictures. So, and the other one is Oasis Glow, that I have it here. I think is this one, right? Yeah, is Oasis Glow. Is this blush here, and I don't like it. But it's a favorite of many. So then we have these options for bronzing, and we have 6 options. There are the 5 bronzers of the 5 quad, and they also added diffuse bronze light that I've recently picked as a single, and I think I will declutter because on me it's peachy and is not as cool toned as I wish it was. This is a no for me, and the only one, then there's Lunar Bronze that is warm. I decluttered. This is even warmer, not for me. This is the one that I would have added in my palette. I like this palette. Although I said before that this would be impractical, putting a blush would limit myself to small brushes, while having this combo here is fantastic, because even if I mix the powders, it would be perfect anyway. And then we have Solar Bronze. This was too red. I think I had it in the past. And Golden Bronze Light, yeah, is yellow. I see the orange cast already from the preview, so it's not for me. So yeah, out of all of these, the only one that I'm tempted to try would be Natural Bronze Light. And highlight, I have no doubts. This would be mine, because I was waiting for it. So this would be my perfect customized Hourglass palette based on the options that are currently available. The other highlights are too peachy or too golden. I'm neutral leaning cool, and this I think is the coolest palette I can build from this preview. And if ethereal light was an option, I would have swapped dim light that is here with ethereal light, but it was not present as an option here. What to say? Will I buy it? I don't know. I will put it in my cart, leave it there. And if you would like a guide to pick the perfect Hourglass palette for you, I related the Hourglass offering to the skin tones in this video here that you can refer to. Is an old video from last holidays, but it's still valid when it comes to how the colors fit different skin tones. Hourglass tends to have warmer, so yellow colors in all their powders, with only a few exceptions. And I think that what I built here with you is the coolest option there. Hope this was useful. Let me know if you're gonna buy this quad, and see you in my next video. Bye.